What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is TimProVision, guys. We are looking at the map breakdown for the changes for Apex Legends Season 10 Emergence, or just Apex Legends Emergence. I think they're dropping the numbers. They kind of did that with last season, but I'm still going to call it Apex Legends Season 10. I figured I would go over all the map changes that we are now getting shown here just as of a couple minutes ago, and I figured we would go over it, see what they're doing. I already briefly skimmed through it. A lot of the changes look absolutely incredible. The map changes, for the most part, I will say, have been a little bit mixed in my eyes. Olympus map updates last season weren't really that great. It didn't really matter that much that the, what was it, Icarus came in and kind of affected that Olympus map down in the corner there. We had Kings Canyon changes previously to that. I think those changes were okay, nothing too crazy. And then before that, we did have World's Edge changes back in Season 6, I think it was. All in all, I think the World's Edge map changes over time have been the best map changes that we have had in the game, and I am excited to see what they are doing here with the World's Edge. A metamorphosis has come to World's Edge after months of aggressive mining by the Harvester. The land is overmined. Basically, we are avataring this. It looks like we have overdone our stay on this world, and now nature is starting to reclaim what is theirs. I think it's a cool concept. I actually do really like that this nature type of kind of thing is like the theme of the season. We have like emergence, something growing. Then we have Seer, who's kind of all about like these moth little nano droid things. I'm not really exactly sure what Seer is in terms of his abilities, but I think it is exciting to see that we are kind of having this kind of growth, I will say, on World's Edge. Their goal was to retain the design philosophy of World's Edge as much as possible while improving things to be fun. I think overall, World's Edge has really come to be the best map in the game overall, I'll say. I do kind of like Olympus more for pubs because there's more loot. But World's Edge, all in all, I think has always been a pretty balanced map with a lot of different types of playstyles and a lot of different areas you can land, even though Fragment has really come into kind of the place you have to land if you want to get a lot of kills. But that's okay. First up, we are going to have Climatizer here, which is Refinery. You can see here behind Epicenter. And basically, it now looks like this. I absolutely love the changes. Honestly, I like that the snow is back. It's making the map look a little bit more brighter. And we'll get to that a little bit more later on. I do like that the lava kind of came up here too. Overall, I think the lava actually makes it very unique. For a while there, I was a little down on the lava. I thought it was a little bit overdone. But I think this looks absolutely incredible. I mean, as seasons go on, Respawn just gets better and better with their map design and really the design of the game as a whole. I'm seeing a little bit of adjustments here. Kind of see the signs right here on the left are now gone. Looks like Epicenter is the same. You kind of see me flashing back and forth there. The actual epicenter is the same, but it does look like we have like a lava or a building here that was on the ridge of the hill now. The refinery itself is gone completely, and same thing with the toilet bowls, they're gone. And all in all, I think this looks really good. It looks like we're gonna have like 3 landing spots, kind of like each corner here of the triangle. But I do really like it, Climatizer. From a design perspective, we wanted to attract more players to the northern region of the world. Absolutely, no one really goes up here right now because everyone just goes Fragment. So I think this is good that, you know, people will be landing here. Who knows if it's going to last that long? It probably won't last that long. Everyone might go to Fragment if Fragment maintains. But actually, I will say I noticed this in the trailer earlier. If you look back here, you can kind of see some of the buildings of Fragment, but it looks like this right here is gone. This might be a sign, though. Maybe it's not a building. So it's kind of hard to say. I don't know if Fragment's still going to be there. It's definitely different if you look at the landscape, but all in all, I'm excited for Climatizer. It looks great. Looks really dope. Moving on, we have Fissure Extension. The planet is fractured all the way from Climatizer to Fragment East, so maybe that is a sign that Fragment is remaining. Basically, this is what it is now, and then, yeah, so the Fragment, literally, the Fragment, is moving all the way up into where Refinery was. And again, we're kind of like getting lighter kind of visuals on this, which I think is great. We're getting like the blues back. We're moving away from like the reds and grays. You can see here on the right, the balloon is here now. So they moved the balloon more to the right, which means you're not going to have as good of rotations from here to Fragment West. It looks like the rotations are going to be more centered around getting you to Epicenter rather than Fragment. Looks like we have a couple bridges, which is really dope. I loved how this is playing out here. Multiple ways to get across too, so it's not really you're locked into like one access point. Some buildings, so even out here is completely redone. The cart is gone. I mean, it looks cool. The train is still there. Tracks are actually almost completely gone. Wow, nature is literally reclaiming exactly what they said. I mean, I think it looks gorgeous though. Again, The new crack will also introduce more meaningful decision making when rotating. Yeah, exactly. Literally what we were just talking about. Gondolas, we're bringing back some dynamic gameplay that the train once had. I think the gondolas are cool. It looks cool. I don't know how much it's really going to affect playstyle. Apex Legends is such a mobile game that I don't really know if these gondolas are actually going to matter that much, but you know, we'll see. Either way, it is new content. We can all use new content. I'm excited for it. Moving on, we have Lava Siphon. This area, Sorting Factory, was my favorite spot, probably on World's Edge to land. It reminds me of the old school Season 3 days of World's Edge. I am a little sad to see it go, but I am really excited for what it looks like. Sorting Factory has been swallowed up by a massive sinkhole, replacing with a POI called Lava Siphon. Mainly, you want to introduce a fresh new experience. Exactly, kind of what I was just talking about. It's been 7 seasons without this place changing. Whenever I look at these, what I usually do, I don't even look at the middle first off. I look at like the outside. So how are the rotations going to be getting into this area? I mean, this is completely different. I mean, we got all hardscape here. And then we got all like actual earth here. Kind of my architecture side getting into me here. But it looks like basically they removed the 2 buildings at its core. And then they're adding 2 different types or 3 different types of buildings. Interesting. So it's basically like building, building, building. And then we got a tunnel going up to the middle. This is going to be actually interesting. When I first looked at this, I only saw these 2. I did not see the 3rd one in the back. And then there's a lot of stuff inside here. I wonder, there is doors here, so it looks like you're going to be able to go in here. This is actually extremely exciting. There's a lot more going on here than I originally analyzed. No, this is interesting. I mean, this is incredible. This is going to be really exciting. I can already tell. I don't really know what to say. World's Edge map changes have been just absolutely phenomenal. And I think, you know, this is sticking up with it. Again, we're getting a little bit away from the kind of like monotone-ish colors with the grays and the yellows here and the oranges, where we still have obviously orange from the lava. But we have a lot more blue now and greenery because nature is literally, again, reclaiming what's hers. So I think it's exciting. Again, I really do actually like this area. This is actually a big surprise to me. The large lava siphon building is buried in the mountain, offers a lot of interesting close range encounter fights. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And then you got also long range going across the gondolas. So it was a giant sinkhole, hence all the hardscape went away. Okay, cool. They have a longer travel distance than the climatizer and across through a central building of the sinkhole. We've seen some awesome combat encounters and internal playtests. Moving on, though, we have Landside. Train area for me, I have never really enjoyed. Season 3 train area, which maybe if you guys saw if you played the Genesis update a couple weeks ago, the gondolas were way up higher. You couldn't really get to them at all. I did not like that at all, and I think that kind of always just put a bad taste in my mouth for the train area. Then they did drop them. You can get to them a little bit easier, but I just do not like it. It's very campy, this entire area, due to the gondolas, and I felt like it was just not really a great place to rotate through. It was okay for fights if you landed here, and it had good rotations to fragment, countdown, and this staging over here. Now we have the Landside, so the mountain around it has torn down. Looks like these over steel barricades are gone. It's just a simple crane now, so it's actually way more simple. I don't really foresee this being a big landing spot anymore. It's interesting that they did this. I guess maybe they're trying to get people away from train yard to go other places. You still got remnants of the cars a little bit. I mean, it looks gorgeous. You can see Harvester in the background now, which you can only see the very tip. Now you can see a little bit more, which is she said. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about this one. I would say out of the ones we've seen so far, this place isn't as interesting for me. Landslide. Oh, actually, let's see what they say. The layout has been simplified to bring more clarity to combat encounters and minimize the number of structures for teams to hold. It's like I literally am a game developer. Exactly what I was just talking about. Don't worry, Landslide is still considered a POI, and the map contains almost the same amount of loot. So interesting. It still has the same amount of loot. That's really strange to hear because that means it's going to be way more dense, I would say. Moving on, we have skybox changes and climate change. This is kind of all about what I've been saying. We're going from this red gray to this blue. I mean, it just looks gorgeous. I really love what they did with Olympus last season. They kind of cleared up the air a little bit, made it look really like twilighty. Here, they're doing a little bit almost like rainy storm vibe. You know, obviously Mother Nature's coming back to reclaim World's Edge, and I really love it. You know, you got like the old and then the new that's coming in, and the wind is like blowing away. Artistically, it's gorgeous. Props to them. As for actual map changes, if we just go left to right, I don't see much here with launch site or tree. Yes, Harvester obviously is getting some adjustments. I'm not even sure what this is. I can't tell if that's Harvester or if it's something in between. Oh no, this would be sorting. Okay. So that's sorting, goes way up into the sky. And then moving right more, we got epicenter way in the distance, and then it's just really just terrain skybox changes. Skybox changes, I didn't realize, like the mountains here, you see how they're up here, and now they're like down here more. Really cool, I love it. Seasonal change will also be present. Now there's more snow in the northern region. Okay, cool. New rotations. We also want to open up some player flow ideas. I absolutely love this change here. Overlook, for me, is a very exciting spot to fight. You get, like, in this area, and you're, like, defending teams from coming in. Now, it looks like they're opening up a little bit more opportunities for people to get into the back of Overlook. I think this is absolutely incredible. It's a smart design choice for them to open this area up. Overall, I think it's pretty good. So, basically, they just removed one of the silos. They added 3 loot boxes there, or loot pills, which actually will increase the amount of loot here now. So I think that is good. We have the staircases are the same. I don't see anything back here really, other than obviously the alley. But I think this is absolutely incredible. It just shows how much they're refining the craft of map making and improving the player experiences. I think this will improve the overall experience. Now that people can come in here, you know, they can loop around on the outside. You know, this prevents people from camping up here as much as they did before, because now the people are going to be able to get back here and be up here. As for the right side, it looks more or less unchanged. We still got like that zip line down to the tunnel where the tracks were, and all the buildings look the same in terms of layout. But again, the lighting is just incredible. I love it. New west rotation. We're also providing new connection between Geyser and Overlook. So I did not even realize this. I missed this earlier when I was looking through. I mean, again, incredible. We got the tunnel that used to go into where the loot bunker was. Now we got another area back here. I mean, this is great. Really, this is just going to provide an entire new way for you to rotate around the map. And this area, which I would deem dead space before, no one really went from here to back here in this corner unless you were really ratting in a higher end ranked game. Now that people can go back through here and get the Geyser, I think it makes Geyser more approachable for people to go there, because people can go from Geyser all the way over to the new area, or then go to Overlook if they want to get in the back there. It's just incredible, honestly. Other than actual putting in these tunnels here, doesn't look like really anything changed. Just the 2 tunnels. All this terrain over here is the same. And I mean, it's absolutely great to show refinement of the maps. Designing this map update was a lot of fun. We can't wait for you to get your hands on it. I mean, it looks like it was a lot of fun. As always, thanks for playing, and we look forward to your feedback. So what do you guys think of the map changes? For me personally, my favorite thing is probably the new area here, where Sorting Factory was. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment down below. If you guys want me to do more videos like this in the future, let me know down there as well. Make sure you hit that like button. Follow me over on Twitter. I'm going to have live updates there as my content comes in for next week. We're going to have videos every day and short videos. It's going to be a blast. I really appreciate all the support lately. We are rapidly approaching 60,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, do that. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Have a good one.